Hello, and welcome to another day on the channel. My name is RNGesus, and we'll be doing some more Kaladesh Remastered. This is going to be my second draft of doing it, so strap in. Let's see how well I can do and figure out how this packs work. Okay, I'm liking Cloud Blazer. Authority of the Consuls is a fine rare. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not sure how to consider this card. It's fine, I guess. It's not amazing. We could just take Prophetic Prism, stay open. Works well with like Aviary Mechanic or anything that like bounces stuff or sacrifices stuff. Authority is like, it's gonna gain maybe like 8 life probably, especially with all the servos. Do we try Authority or take Cloud Blazer and do some Cloud Blazer shenanigans? Let's take the Authority, see what happens with that. Okay, and now we're past a hidden stockpile. I do love me a good hidden stockpile. I play enough of it in like a Jan Jansen combo deck. It's really fun. And also just some value by itself. You sacrifice a servo, end of turn you get a servo. So net scry 1 and trigger revolt for anything else. Bastion Mastodon is fine. I'm not sure how to feel about make obsolete. Like there's a lot of, it's instant speed, so it can be used as a combat trick, and there are a lot of servos that I can just incidentally kill. So I like it a lot. There's also self-assembler would be good too. But we'll just take a hidden stockpile. And now we can get a weapon craft enthusiast. Don't mind if I do. We can upgrade the enthusiast into a hidden stockpile into 1/1 servo itself. There's a Die Young. It's like decent removal. Get more energy. It's much better. There's a 4th Bridge Prowler. Fine. There's a lot of servos to kill and possibly some 1 toughness creatures. Subtle Strike, amazing combat trick. Eddy Trailhawk, also good. Sky Skiff, great. We'll just take the Weapon Craft Enthusiast here. And now what? Do we want to take Embrawl Bruiser? It's going to be a 3/1 menace in our deck. And with Authority of the Consuls, it's going to be hard to block. Or set up blocks for it over Eddy Trailhawk or Countless Gears. Countless Gears is going to wheel. Here, that's a lot of artifacts. We have a Ballista Charger, a Whirler Maker, great late game, Built to Last, Iron Tread Crusher, Reservoir Walker, Prakata Pillarbug, Alley Strangler, Weldfast Monitor. What's the best kind of card? I kind of like Ballista Charger. That's more for the vehicles deck. This enters battlefield, gain 3 life and get 3 energy. Built to Last is a fine combat trick. Whirler Makers. Let's take the Ballista Charger. Let's see how that works. Like, it could be interesting. Demolition Stomper. Ooh, Illusionist Stratagem. Feeling a little bad now that we passed that Cloud Blazer. Like Cloud Blazer Stratagem. Countless Gears Renegade. We can get pretty easily to trigger. There's nothing else really here. Like most of this pack is pretty garbage. High Spire, Weldfast, and the Solly's Life, or Sage of Solly's Claim is probably like the only worthwhile cards here. But we'll just take the Countless Gears. Yeah. Revolt's looking pretty good. Now we just need like some stuff to sacrifice early. Like Weapon Craft Enthusiasts can do that already. Or like ways to sacrifice. Like, I mean, like, guess combat is a great way to get stuff to die. But, yeah. Okay. Here we have an easy Glint Sleeve Artisan. Really good. 2/2 with Fabricate 1. There's also Herald of the Fair, which is fine. Dukara Peafowl. If you're in blue, this is great. Otherwise, it's just a 4-mana 2/4 artifact, which is not good. And then everything else is very medium. Ice Over, Umbrella Growth, Built to Last. There are a lot of filler cards in this set. Like Ice Over, Built to Smash is fine. Here we have Dark Intimations. Yeah, Intimations. I think that's how you say it. Each opponent sacrifices a creature, blah blah blah, because we ain't playing that. We are way too far off. There's a Hunt the Weak still in the pack, which is surprising. So maybe green is the way we should start pivoting. There's a Workshop Assistant. We've got a Ballista Charger. We've got ways to sacrifice Workshop Assistant. Oh, let's just take Hunt the Weak. Now let's take Workshop. And we wheel Gear Seeker Serpent. That's surprising. That is a super good card. Nimble Innovator's fine. Shipwreck Moray, great for energy decks. Refurbish. We could get back our Ballista Charger. We could take an Iron Tread Crusher, but I don't think I want to take that. Like, our black is 3 cards. They're really good cards. But we could go into, like, a blue... like a blue-black... Or, sorry, blue-white artifact deck. It's possible. Here, Built to Last is, like, the only good card besides a Weldfast Monitor. And Weldfast is fine, but I'd rather not play it. So, yeah, we can speculate on a blue deck. Like Gear Seeker Serpent artifacts. Subtle Strike on the wheel. Druid of the Cowl still in the pack is surprising. I really like this as a good 2-drop ramp spell. Dukar Peafowl if we wanted to go more blue, but that's still a filler card either way. Yeah, Subtle Strike, just super good combat trick. Counter target non-artifact spell, Revolutionary Rebuff, that's what I was thinking of from my last video. Yeah, I was thinking it could counter my whatever it's called, I'm trying to think of the name. It's a 4/4 trample, whenever attacks. Untethered Express, that's what it's called. Untethered Express. That, I was thinking it could counter that, but it's counters target non-artifact spell. So, wouldn't have done it anyway. Alright, here in Pack 2, we have a Camball, Console of Allocation. So this will drain our opponent for 2 whenever they cast a non-creature spell. Pretty decent. But there's also an Aerial Responder. 2/3 flying, Vigilance, Lifelink. Super powerful. Pacification Array, also super powerful. You can just keep tapping stuff down when you need to, on offense or on defense. So do we want to just take the on-color rare with Camball? Just be really cool. It can drain them once in a while. Or just take the Aerial Responder. I think that's what we're looking at, Camball or Aerial. And I think we might want to take Aerial here. Like, Camball's cool and all, but I think the Aerial Responder is just stronger. And now there's a Pima Aetherseer, which is we're not really close to playing. Skyship Plunder. Somebody took a common here, which is worrisome. But we'll just take the Cogworker's Puzzle Knot. Triggers Revolt. Get some creatures on board to sacrifice. Yeah, all that fun stuff. And we are past an Unlicensed Disintegration. Is that worth splashing? Like, it's a super strong removal spell. There's also a Fireforger's Puzzle Knot. Welding Sparks. Yeah, red is really strong in this pack. There's also an Aether Swooper. Like, our black is 4 cards at the moment, so we could just go into, like, a red-white deck. Or a white-blue deck. Furious Reprisal I like a lot. Let's speculate on the Unlicensed Disintegration. Not really sure where we're going with this, but it's a direction. Here, there's a Decoction module, which we don't care about energy, so it's pretty useless. Reckless Fireweaver is fine, but we'll just take an Essence Extraction. Great removal spell. 3 damage, 3 life, instant speed. Although it is conflicting with our Aerial Responder being double black. Now we get a Revoke Privileges. Okay, that is a really good removal spell. Whirler Maker would be pretty good, but we'll just take the Revoke Privileges. And now we get a Prophetic Prism, We can mana fix for like a Gear Seeker Serpent or Unlicensed Disintegration. We're taking this over like Fourth Bridge Prowler or Subtle Strike. Yeah, I don't hate it. Prophetic Prism, just good card. Cantrips, possibly play Unlicensed Disintegration as a super good removal spell. And we have a lot of artifacts to go with it. Now we're looking for like an Inspired Charge, which hopefully will wheel. It's just a way to pump our army of servos. Since we have Fabricate 2, create some 1/1s, create some 1/1s. Defiant Salvager. Now that is a good way to turn these servos into a powerhouse. There's also Oval Chase Dragster, which works really well with Built to Last. And like Essence Extraction or any removal spell for that matter. So we actually have a lot of instant speed removal, so I actually like the Oval Chase Dragster over the Defiant Salvager. And now we get a Restoration Gearsmith over an Underhanded Designs. Which one's better? This returns like Oval Chase Dragster, Ballista Charger, back to hand. Cogwork, Puzzle Knot, that's it. Yeah, let's take Underhanded Designs. We are gonna have a lot of servos and a lot of drain. Eager Construct is fine, but I think we'd rather take the Combat Trick. Just be a hyper-aggressive deck. Take Subtle Strike as a combat trick / able to leave like a permanent buff on your creature. So maybe we play Unlicensed Disintegration in this deck. I am not really sure. Like, it depends on how things look. Fortuitous Find. Don't mind if I do. That is a really good card, and Inspired Charge on the wheel is perfect. So, as I was saying, Fortuitous Find is a great way to like return like a Puzzle Knot and just a random creature back to hand, or like an Oval Chase Dragster, which I'm really liking in this deck, because with instant speed removal, that can try and block it, then we kill their creature, smack in for 6 whole damage, and only crew 1 makes it so easy to crew with our servos. And Fourth Bridge Prowler on the wheel isn't unplayable. Here in Pack 3, we get a Maulfist Squad, Propeller Pioneer. Aeronaut Admiral I'm not a big fan of, even with Oval Chase Dragster. And Ballista Charger. We could take a Restoration Specialist, like we've got Hidden Stockpile and Underhanded Designs. And Revoke Privileges to return from our graveyard, along with a lot of artifacts. So that could be really good. Propeller Pioneer is super strong as well. But I think we'd rather take the 2-drop in Restoration Specialist than the Propeller Pioneer. And do we want to splash a second Unlicensed Disintegration? Like, it's a super strong removal spell, don't get me wrong, but that's we're splashing a lot. And we already have a double black, double white card. I mean, what are we passing up for this? Foundry Screecher? I mean, it's always going to be a 3/1 in our deck, so I don't hate Foundry Screecher, but I think Unlicensed Disintegration is just better. SRAM's Expertise. Wow. Why is it still here? I mean, I guess we're in the right colors if it's still here, being that we can cast, like, Essence Extraction, Unlicensed Disintegration, Revoke Privileges, Aerial Responder, like, all of these, nearly our entire deck with this. So, SRAM's Expertise, get in here. You are the perfect card for what we're doing. And Midnight Oil. Enters the battlefield with 7 counters on it, and at the beginning of your draw step, draw an additional card and remove 2 hour counters. Maximum hand size equals the number of hour counters. Okay, so this is like a hyper-aggressive card. Night Market Lookout would also be good for us, but we'll take the Midnight Oil. And now we can get a Toolcraft Exemplar. A 2/1 until end of turn. It gets +2/+1 if you control a artifact, and if you control 3 or more artifacts. It gets First Strike as well, so again, another super aggressive card. Super powerful. And here there's a Peace Walker Colossus, which is fine, but I think we'd rather take the Night Market Lookout. Just really good. Don't think we're going to get a Sky Skiff in our last pack, sadly. I think we're good here. Might as well take this for the vault. I mean, either Inspector's fine, but I don't think we're playing it. Especially with no energy stuff to, like, get it back up. Okay, so the deck is looking pretty good. We're hyper aggressive. And Authority of the Consuls is a great thing to go with an aggressive deck. It's like they play a 3-drop, they are tapped down. Like, that just is really good. Here, a Gear Shift Ace with Oval Chase Dragster. Don't mind if I do. Plus, by itself, it's a 2-1 first strike, and I'm happy with that. Yeah, I don't think we want to run Workshop Assistant. Impeccable Timing or Aviary Mechanic. Oh, let's take the Aviary Mechanic. We've got a lot of ETB stuff. Defiant Salvager. So here's the real question. Do we want to play the Unlicensed Disintegrations or not? Like, it's a heavy splash, especially with all of our double pips in the deck. Inspired Charge number 2. We might not play that. Yeah, like, Unlicensed Disintegration. Super good remove a spell. But it is also really hard on the mana base. And I don't think it's worth trying to splash this when we already have a really sweet deck. Essence Infusion. We already have Subtle Strikes for combat tricks. Yeah, I don't think we want to play the Unlicensed Disintegration. It's just too much of a strain on the mana base. If there was, like, mana-fixing lands in this set that we pick up, I would probably play it. Night Market Lookout number 2. Don't mind if I do. Get in here. This means we also don't have to play the Prophetic Prism, which is also really good. Consulate Skygate, not for us. I don't think we want to play Ballista Charger. It's just too much mana. Conviction. That could be actually decent. We'll see if we want to play that. So, let's check out our curve and see how things are looking. Let's separate the cards that are just going to be, like, not really, like, removal spells, combat tricks, stuff like that. Or, like, return from graveyard stuff. Inspired Charges. Midnight Oil is probably going to be later. So we'll have that for its own pile. And then removal spells are looking at, like, Subtle Strikes, Revoke Privileges, and Essence Extraction. Underhand Designs can go into the removal spell as well. Yeah, I really want to play these Unlicensed Disintegrations, but I think it's just too much of a strain on the mana base. Yeah, sorry. How many artifacts are we running to make Fortuitous Find worth it? We're running Cogwork Puzzle Knot, Oval Chase Dragster, and that is it. Everything else creates artifacts or buys them back or some form of artifacts. So yeah, I don't think Fortuitous Find's worth it here. Conviction, I'm not sold on that, so we'll get rid of that as well. I think we can get rid of 1 Inspired Charge. I think 2 is overkill. Yeah, let's get rid of 1. Aviary Mechanic, what can we bounce back? Puzzle Knot. Fourth Bridge Prowler. Weaponcraft Enthusiast. Glint Sleeve. That is it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Aviary Mechanic. Probably just going to be a 2-2 for 2 most of the time. Defiant Salvager works really well with Hidden Stockpile, but Hidden Stockpile works well with itself anyway, so don't think we need to do that. Yeah, Defiant Salvager at sorcery speed is just not that great. If it was like at instant speed, or it said only during your turn, I think it would be worth playing, but I don't think we can play it at only sorcery speed. And we're probably going to cut a land, so let's cut 1 more card. Probably like one built to last. Like I think we have 2 Cell Strikes and 1 built to last is good enough in the form of combat tricks. And we'll cut 1 land. So yeah, there's the deck, and before we get into some gameplay, let us pray once I finish reorganizing. Dear Heavenly Father, let us draw our perfect decks, or perfect hands, and may we never be flooded in this aggro deck. May our draws always be great, and may our removal spells be well precise. May you bless our eyes and let us see the lines of play that we need to win. In your precious and wonderful name, amen. With that out of the way, let's jump into some games and see how the deck does. On the draw against Panda Girl Yuna, this hand's fine, especially with Gear Shift Ace over Oval Chase Dragster combo. Any land turns all that on, and Midnight Oil is not getting cast anytime soon. They cast an Aether Theorist. Well, that's a good blocker to our Gear Shift Ace. And white mana galore is not helping with this Midnight Oil. They cast a Lifecrafter's Bestiary. That's scary. They can scry 2 times, technically. No attacks. Pass the turn. So they scry 1. And they bottom both, which is good for us. Let's just hope to draw a black source. They cast a Woodweaver's Puzzle Knot, so it seems to be like an energy style deck. SRAM's Expertise, pretty good, but we'll just cast an Oval Chase Dragster. Crew with Gear Shift Ace, gives it first strike, and swing for 8. Vroom! Speed! Just a casual 8 damage, turn 4. Nothing too crazy. Don't worry, OP. It'll get much worse much faster than you can ever imagine. They scry 1. They bottom whatever they see, so they don't like it. SRAM's Expertise can cast like a Subtle Strike for if we don't find a black source soon. They cast a Thriving Rhino with no green mana to pay for the card. I can start growing, but honestly that's kind of fine. Oh, never mind. We're just going to revoke its privileges. I will revoke your life privileges, and they concede to that. Who needs black anyway when you got pure aggro? On to the next game. On the play, if we draw a white source, this hand is really good. Otherwise, it's very terrible, so I think we'll mulligan, just not risk it. This is better. We'll keep and bottom a land, because who needs lands anyway? Lands are overrated. Toolcraft Exemplar. Your turn late. Just play an Embrawl Bruiser. Cogwork Puzzle Knot off the top, please. Or anything that has Fabricate. Perfect. Weaponcraft Enthusiast. Don't mind if I do. Let's create some 1/1s. And swing with a Menache Bruiser. Their face is cruising for a bruising. If they have Unlicensed Disintegration, we will be ready. Oh, die young. Okay, that's fine. They spend 1 energy to kill it. Sure. We'll trade. We go a little lower on our artifact count for a Toolcraft Exemplar, but that's fine. Let's get the Hidden Stockpile engine going and cast a Toolcraft Exemplar. Swing for 1. Second main phase, sacrifice Weaponcraft Enthusiast to scry 1. Bottom a land. We do not want lands here. And we create a servo. Okay, things are looking pretty good. And they just pass. Ooh, interesting. We'll move to combat. Give Toolcraft Exemplar the buff. Swing. If they have like a flash creature, although I doubt that they have one in those colors. We'll just cast an aerial responder. Pass the turn. Oh, I completely forgot to scry one. Dang it. Rhyperion Tiger. Sure thing. Get more energy. Oh, perfect. I'm a genius. That's how it works, right? You just will it into existence by not even trying. I didn't even have to scry for it. SRAM's expertise is really good. We'll keep that. End of turn, create a servo. And then we can just dump our entire hand with SRAM's expertise. Even if they have like a board wipe here. Which is probably what they need to survive. They concede. GG's. Yeah, they were dead on board unless they have 2 creatures. And even then, it's going to be hard for them to come back. On to the next one. On the draw, this hand's fine. We're missing white, especially for Aerial Responder, but I'm sure we'll draw that. And until then, Night Market, look out. Just get that aggro on. And Brawl Bruiser, please? Oh, no. So rude. We'll swing for 1. This looks like Subtle Strike to them, probably. Oh, they just block? Sure. 4th Bridge Prowler. Nom 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 nom. Trade some 1-drops. Come on, White Source. Come on, White Source. You failed me, deck. You failed me. We had 3 draws to draw a land. Specifically a White Source. And you failed me. Punishment will be swift. Dang it, now they're getting life from the Pillar Bug. Guess I'm wondering if they want to activate or cast, like, some spells. They just let damage happen, so they have a 4-drop they want to cast. A Narman Cobra. Without green, that's not that great. Subtle Strike, I see. Okay. Yep, we'll concede there. Maybe we should have kept that hand. That was a pretty greedy keep. But if we drew a White Source, it would have been really good. On to the next game. Okay, so what did we learn from last game? If we only have 1 color of land, don't keep. Then again, we don't want to go to 5, do we? So we'll put away the Countless Gears Renegade. Night Market Lookout. Cool. Cogwork Puzzle Knot. Come on, White Source off the top. Come on, White Source off the top. I know you want to be there. White Source. White Source. White Source. White Source. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Long Tusk Cub. The scariest cub of them all. Like, the only way we're going to kill that is with Revoked Privileges. So, might as well let it deal combat damage. They pay some energy. They get some energy. Midnight Oil. I mean, that can help us get out of this mess, I guess. Seriously, we only get either 1 color of land or the other. That's only what happens in this deck. I don't know why. We're running 16 lands, even split. Shipwreck Moray. That is gonna be big. Long Tusk Club. We'll chump block it. Draw some cards. Perfect. White Source. And let's Hidden Stockpile, Underhanded Designs. I mean, Revoke privileges would work too. I think we hidden stockpile. Sacrifice the night market lookout on attack. And then underhanded designs, end of turn. That's hidden stockpile. Move to combat. Swing for 1. Drain. Do they pay the... We'll just let damage happen if they don't pay the energy, yeah. Cast underhanded designs. And we'll sacrifice the night market lookout. Built to last, not really what we're looking for. End of turn, we create a servo, and we can't really use the underhand designs just yet. Ugh, this is not looking good. Once we finally found white mana, it might be too late. Ridge Scale Tusker. Well, that's just rude. Thriving Rhino, they pay. We'll chump block the Long Tusk, since it represents the same thing, except they can get more energy from that. They pay the energy to turn the Shipwreck Moray into really big. And down to 6 we go. Draw some extra cards. Okay. Restoration Specialist. Can it bring back anything? We can sacrifice this. End of turn. Or we can blow some stuff up. Let's activate Cogwork. We can't pay. End of turn. We create a servo. We can't pay and we pass. And now we can blow something up with underhanded designs. Attune with the Aether. Really good energy deck they have. Ridge Scale Tusker is just a broken card. So I think we'll block. Let's see. They have 2 energy, so they can pump this up to 5. So we can like rest. We can like servo something. I'm not sure how we're gonna get out of this, but where there's a will, there's a way. So let's find out. I mean, we're getting 2 draws, so that helps. They don't pay, so they can activate Moray or Long Tusk. Chump block here, chump block here. Chump block here. No, let's leave that alive. We're gonna need it if we want to like try and survive this. Blow up the Long Tusk Cub. This is just gonna take a whole lot of removal. Try and survive this. Do they have Blossoming Defense? I mean, we were dead to Blossoming Defense anyway. So there's no point in playing around it. Aether Trade Winds. No, my Midnight Oil. Okay, yeah, I'm going to concede there. Without the extra draw, I don't think there's a chance we can get out of this. And they have a bunch of lethal threats now. Yeah. Okay, let me just look at my mana base real quick. Hey, look at that. 8 and 8. So why is it so hard to be able to cast anything? Even split of card. Even split. I just don't understand this deck. Well, let's try one more time and just please give me a decent hand. RNGesus. Okay, what have we learned about hands with only 1 color? Don't keep them. This is better. Play land pass. They attune with the Aether. Hey, that is not good. Hidden stockpile. That's really good. Start getting revolts. Prophetic Prism, sure thing. Let's get the hidden stockpile down. Swing for 3. Pass the turn. Thriving Rhino, sure thing. Although that's going to be getting big fast. Underhanded Designs, pretty good. But let's get the hidden stockpile running. Swing for 3. Sacrifice the servo. Scry 1. Essence Extraction will not kill the Thriving Rhino in time, so we'll bottom that. And in turn, we'll create a 1/1. Because that Rhino is just going to swing, grow too big, and Essence Extraction doesn't do anything. I mean, is it deal damage to target creature or any target? To target creature, okay. For a second, I thought it was going to be burn. Okay, they leave in the dust. Main phase is smart. Move to combat, swing for 1. Second main phase, sacrifice. Or do we underhanded designs, then sacrifice? No, let's sacrifice and Countless Gears Renegade. We'll keep a land. Countless Gears, create a lot of servos. Pretty good. We can chump block the Rhino for a turn. They pay the energy, we'll chump block. We'll kill it with underhanded designs next turn. Decoction module, now that's scary. Play a land. Cast underhanded designs. Restoration Specialist can even buy it back. Swing. Flash in a Shielded Aether Thief. That can turn their energy into stuff, and we don't like that. But is it worth it over the Rhino? I don't think so. They can block, create an energy. Yep. And we can start draining them by sacrificing the servo. Scry 1. 4th Bridge Prowler, not good in this matchup. End of turn. Create a servo. Drain. Pass. Yeah, how are we gonna beat this at the moment? Let's see, they turn their energy into the Rhino. Into a Cloud Blazer. That is a splash. Really good splash. What a splash. Gain 2 life. Draw a card. Authority of the Consuls. Okay. Let's see. We will sacrifice the 1/1. Scry 1, bottom land. We'll cast Authority of the Consul since it's better than Drain. Move to end step. And we can't pay because we're going to activate Underhanded Designs instead. Another Thriving Rhino. Yikes. And if they choose not to attack, then we're probably just going to fire off the Puzzle Knot. Pay the energy. They don't. They're smart. Well, we'll blow up that Thriving Rhino. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Decoction module. I completely forgot they had the ability to do that. Great. Just great. Well, Oval Chase Dragster. Crew. I mean, we might be able to out-aggro them, so there's a chance that we're still in this game. They take 6. Like, we reset their Thriving Rhino at least. So that's good. We scry 1, bottom land. End of turn, create another servo. They draw a card. All of their creatures will enter tap, luckily. Okay. So just draw the ace. That's all we care about. Draw the ace. The 2/1 first strike that gives a crewed vehicle first strike. That's all we want. Come on, you got this, deck. You got this, RNGesus. Come heaven or hell, we will not die. They get some energy. Swing with the Cloud Blazer, not the Rhino. That's fair. And they can bounce the Cloud Blazer end of turn to get some massive value. That's not a first gear ace. Restoration Specialist. We don't want to use the Dragster just yet. So let's crack the Puzzle Knot here. That way we can get full value from the Restoration Specialist. Return Puzzle Knot, return Underhand Designs back to hand. Moved end step. We create another servo. Okay, it's going to take a lot of work to get back into this game. They leave in the dust the Oval Chase Dragster. Sure. Has haste, so we can just recast it. So I think next turn our win condition is going to be Underhand Designs, paying it 7 times. That's our road to victory. So I think that's our most important card at the moment, so we can't really sacrifice it very well or easily. They cast an Aether Swooper. We gain a life. Sure thing. Authority of the Console's helping out a ton. They create a bunch of energy into High Spire Artisan. Please create a 1/1. Create a 1/1. Create a 1/1. No. Boo. Our turn. Okay. Land is actually pretty decent. So now we can Underhand Designs. Play a Puzzle Knot. Pay 1 for all the iterations of Puzzle Knot. Or all of the Underhand Design stuff. We haven't triggered Revolt just yet. But we can't really swing in very easily because of the shielded Aether Thief, and they'll just bounce and create an energy. Is it worth it swinging in with 2? I don't think so. I think we'd rather use those as chump blockers rather than 1 more drain. They draw another card. And they bounce the Cloud Blazer. Okay. That's a little less pressure. But that'll also gain them 2 life and draw them 2 cards. It's not the greatest for me. They cast a Cloud Blazer. And the spot field tapped. Gains me a life. Gains them some life. So once the Emerald Bruiser got bounced, it was just sitting in my hand forever. Never to be seen again. They swing for 1 and create a servo. We gain a life, they create an energy. Yeah, Decoction Module works really well with any of the Aether cards. Sky Skiff. When I'm talking Aether, I mean like Aether Super, Aether Chaser, any of those cards. We draw a land, which isn't terrible. We'll play a land. You can crack Puzzle Knot. So let's see, crack Puzzle Knot, pay 1 for Underhanded Signs. That's 3 mana. Old Chase Dragster, pay 1. That's 5 mana. Okay. We can do that next turn, so. Let's crack the Puzzle Knot. Create another 1/1. Pay 1. Cast an Embrawl Bruiser. Move to end step. Pay another 1 on this. Drain them for 1. They Welding Sparks the Underhanded Designs. We will sacrifice that real quick. Go scrying a bit. SRAM's Expertise. That's just a land. I'll put a stop on my upkeep so we can like sacrifice Servo to scry 1. Get that extra scry action going since we're going to sacrifice a Servo anyway. Inspired Charge would actually be a pretty good draw here. Pump all of our board by a bunch. Swinging. And if they attack... they have cards in hand, so... they're probably set up better than we are. Let's see, they have 11 lands so far, so they probably have... probably running 17 lands in their deck. So they have 6 more somewhere in hand and deck. So we can assume by ratio probably sitting around 1 or 2 lands in hand. 1 or 2. They've been playing a land every turn. So if we like Oval Chase Dragster and swing, they'll just block with like High Spire and Shield of the Aether Thief. So they'll just block all the damage. So it's not even that great. They Pima Outrider, sure thing. Would you like to create another 1/1 for me? Honestly, they probably will. Wouldn't be surprised. Yep, they create a 1/1. We gain another life. It's going to be much harder for them to kill me. And a Thriving Turtle. Create some more energy. Gain me a bit more life. Yeah, okay. I underestimated the authority of the consoles. It is doing wonders. Making it so their blocks are really awkward. It's like all these creatures enter the battlefield, they would be great blockers, except they can't. And they probably have to hold back in fear of, like, Oval Chase Dragster. Whatever. And they just pass. Upkeep. Sacrifice a Servo. Scry 1. SRAM's Expertise. Midnight Oil. I like that a lot. Well, let's cast it. Tick-tock. Tick-tock. End of turn. We create another 1/1. They bounce, or they draw a card, and bounce a Cloud Blazer. Yeah, sure thing. Do whatever you want. They keep staying above and floating, but they can only do it for so long before they run out of cards in deck. They only have 9 cards left. And the longer they wait, the harder it's going to get for them. Cloud Blazer. We gain some life. They put a counter on... oh, that's not good. Anytime they get a Aether or energy counter, they put a counter on their creature. That is going to be bad. We might be forced to sacrifice Underhand Designs, but we'll see. They crew the Sky Skiff. They swing and make a bunch of problems for me. Yep. I take 5. Go down to 18. Or my turn. Draw an additional card. SRAM's Expertise. Don't mind if I do. So let's see. We play land. And cast SRAM's Expertise. create a bunch of servos, cast nothing, and we pay for all of these. We can sacrifice one servo to scry one. Weaponcraft Enthusiast, don't mind if I do. That's another 2 artifacts. End of turn, we pay 1 to the hidden stockpile. And we drain them for more. Yeah, Underhand Designs is just doing work this game. Underhand Designs, hidden stockpile, authority, like every card is doing just so much. Even the Countless Gears Renegade did work. It created our first servo. Well, second, I think. I don't remember. But yeah, they're at 2. They go to 4 with Cloud Blazer. We cast Weaponcraft Enthusiast, create a bunch of 1/1s. Cast Oval Chase Drag. So let's see, that'll be 5 mana. This will be 10. So if we draw a land, that we can drain them down to 1. They cast Cloud Blazer. Of note, they only have 5 cards left in deck. Now going to be 3 because of Cloud Blazer. They can keep pumping up that Aether Swooper. So yeah, they're looking not that hot, quite honestly, even with their giant board and all the cards in the world. They only have 3 cards left in deck, so they can only bounce Cloud Blazer 1 more time to gain life, and then we just have them dead with Underhand Designs. It would be kind of cool if they had Animation Module. That's like a really fun one. With Decoction Module and Fabrication Module. Looks like they're going to be swinging for 7 minimum. Pyral Voyager. Create another energy. Buff up the Aether Super. Okay, so that's 8 damage. Because they're going to pay energy for Aether Super stuff. They swing for 8. Yep. Just an army of servos. That's the only thing between them and victory. Just an army of these like little gear things. They'll beat them up to pulp if they leave too many things that can't block. Okay, come on. What do you want to draw? Something good. That is good. Let's see, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blockers. So one thing is getting through. We can sacrifice Underhand Designs to do even more. So cast Weaponcraft Enthusiast. This is an instant, so we can do it after they like declare blockers and stuff. Fabricate. Create some servos. Drain, drain. Move to combat. Swing with everything. Charge! They're going to be so inspired once this game's over. And also their board's going to look a lot smaller. So is ours as well, though. They trade some servos. Pima Outrider. Thriving Turtle. Theorist. That's all they can block with. And Inspired Charge. Full glory! Welding Sparks, the final one. Okay. Well, that's fair, but their board is still getting very small. And next turn, they're probably just dead. Yeah, our removal spell does punish us, but they're losing a lot of their board as well. And we lost, what? 1 servo? No. Like 2 servos, maybe? We can't pay for this Underhand Design, sadly. This Oval Chase Dragster is just so sad in my hand. Just been sitting there forever. The board looks much smaller now on their side. All of these servos live. They live. So yeah, we sent in 9 and 6 came back. So we only lost 3 in that exchange, including one of them to a removal spell. And we got 3 back, so I'm not even that mad. They're at 2. They can't even Cloud Blazer gain life anymore. Or else they die. Oval Chase Dragster and Swing with Everything is probably just lethal here, so... Yeah, Oval Chase Dragster, Underhanded Designs just kills them. Yeah, because we can destroy anything that they block with. So they have to block this with 12 toughness. And also block everything else. So yeah, I think they're pretty dead. Unless they have like the double Arborback Stomper. Really good card. So I hear. So they pump the Cloud Blazer. How much damage do they have in the air? Let's see, 2, 3, so 2, 4, 6, 8. This will be 10, 12, 14 in the air. Only 14. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. They can bounce the High Spire Artisan and recast it for 2 more energy. This only blocks, gets energy. So yeah, bouncing the High Spire Artisan, getting some more energy. But even then, every time they play a creature, we just even it out with Authority of the Consuls by gaining more life. So yeah. Thank you, Authority. You have been the MVP of this game along with Underhand Designs. Like, how much life have we gained? I'm gonna have to check in the recording. Future me, put up how much life I gained right over here, please, or somewhere on the screen. And maybe, like, also add, like, what did the most life gain, Authority or Underhand Designs? Yeah, this has been a very interesting game. But I will not lose this game. What do you do? Cast a Pacification Array. Sure. You can tap 1 servo. Not that it's going to do you any good. You're going to just swing out? Okay. Let's take no chances and block with as much as we can. They don't pay because they know how it works. Block like that. We're taking 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 damage, going down to 2. 2 life. If my math is correct. Yep, down to 2. They get a bit of energy. But now we have an army of servos to kill them on the crackback. We draw some cards. Arrow Responder. And Subtle Strike. Oval Chase Dragster. Pay for that. Crew the Oval Chase. And swing. Good game, Gonto. Ooh, that was a close one. Yeah, all of our cards coming in clutch, especially underhanded. Anyway, on to the next game. Ooh, close one. Well, on the plus side, now we get at least our gems, or some of our gems. 1,000, I believe, right? Yeah, 1,000 gems. One more and we can get most of our gems back. Yeah, on to the next game. On the draw, this hand looks fine. No 1-drop from them, so we'll lead off with Authority of the Consuls. Underhand Designs, Authority Consuls, Hidden Stockpile. I'm already reminiscing about last game. Ooh. Well, well, well. We'll kill you next turn. This turn we'll get the Hidden Stockpile going. They Glint Sleeve Artisan. Probably put a counter on it. Yep. And now we'll play Swamp. Cast 4th Bridge Prowler. -1/-1 you. Take action. And... sacrifice for the scry. No, let's get the underhand designs in play. Just get the full-on engine going. And their only blocker this turn is going to be Glint Sleeve if they don't attack with it, for the fact that Authority is very good. You think you're the aggressive deck? Pitiful. Nima, or Pima Outrider. Put a counter on it, please. Thank you. Land. Let's revoke your life privileges. Swing for 1. Sacrifice the hidden stockpile, the scry. Toolcraft Exemplar, not now. Have turn, create a 1/1, and we can't train. But it's nice to just see it pop up. Again, their only blocker will be Glint Sleeve, Riparian Tiger. They swing for 3, we take it. And we draw a land, that's not good. End of turn, sacrifice the stockpile. Wow, that is a lot of land we're seeing. Pay. Weaponcraft Enthusiast off the top. SRAM's Expertise off the top. They play a Herald of the Fair. Pump the Tiger, why not? Or whatever. Resolve. Their big stuff is just very annoying. That's what I've found. We take 10. Yikes. Go down to 8. Our turn. Essence Extraction. Perfect. We will play land. Extract you. Deal 3 damage. Gain 3 life. High Spire Infusion. I mean, doesn't die, but we do get to gain the life. Maybe we should have held that at instant speed. I don't know. Countless Gears Renegade, not really worth it at the moment. We're looking for, like, Weaponcraft Enthusiast or SRAM's Expertise. Those are only the really cards that can get us out of this mess. How much damage is this? 6, 12. We're forced to chump block. And scry. Land. Go down to 3. And Wisp Weaver Angel. That can get their Pima Outrider out of the lock. I mean, we gained some life. That's pretty nice. And just another land. How many lands is that? 1, 2, 5, 7, 10 lands in the top 14 cards. Yikes. That is just feels bad right there. Or not top 14, but top 10 lands in the top 18 cards. Yikes. Well, I hope you enjoyed the games. Let me know what you think. This wasn't probably one of our better drafts, but there will be many more coming in the following days as Kaladesh is still here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Have a great day.